It's your boy DJ Heck One, and to my right,
Hey, what up? What up? It's your boy Ken Lewis. How y'all doing, baby?
y'all already know. Y'all already know what time it is. Yeah, we here, baby. We here.
Man. We here, man. How you feeling, man?
I'm good. I can't complain.
Yeah.
Memorial Day,
Memorial Day,
and we
guys.
here doing it.
Yo, happy Memorial Day to everybody watching this, by the way, man. Hope you guys are enjoying your time, man, and make the best of it, for real.
For sure, yo. Like
man.
you see, we put in the hustle.
At all times, man. We always remain elevated at all times, man. You know, and we just want to bring that energy off into the audience. You know
For
how
sure.
that goes, man. So, I actually have a question for you.
What's good? Talk to me. Let's
I
get
wanted
it.
to touch into this question that I've been meaning to ask. Into the topic that I've been meaning to ask for like a long time. You know, I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time now, and I don't think we did that in any of these episodes yet. You know.
Okay.
So I wanted to see, and I wanted to get your point of view on early parenthood. I know if anybody knows about that more than anybody in this planet, is gonna be you, man. If you could just tell them, starting off how old were you? Like, what age were you when you started your first, you know, when you started to raise your child? You know, basically, what age did you start early parenthood for you?
I was my late 17.
Late 17.
Late 17.
Oh my God.
I was going on 18.
You was going on 18
when I started my parenthood.
Yeah. And tell me what that's like.
Hard. It was definitely hard. It was definitely me coming out the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, me going. I'm still, you know, in my mom's house, and you know, all that
was in the bricks
stuff.
at this time, right?
I was definitely in the bricks. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man.
I was just pretty much starting to enjoy, I guess, my life in a way of my age.
Yeah.
My age.
When you were 17?
I started early. When it like my elder. In the early age, because I had no choice but to go ahead and do what I had to do to live. You know what I'm saying? And then I got caught up with the wrong crowd, do stupid stuff, and then did a little jail time. Well, it wasn't little jail. I did some jail time.
Yeah.
And then I met my wife, which was I met her. She wasn't my wife then, but and you know, hit it off from there. And then before you know it, boom, I'm an early pops.
Damn, you guys met at the same bricks, at the same projects, or
yeah. Well, she ain't from the projects. She's a little bit further. I'm from Hoboken. She's from Jersey.
From Jersey
City. So you know what I'm saying. Yeah. So it's like,
what's the difference?
Yeah. No, it's no different.
It's like obviously like the location.
It's like just two towns.
Just two okay, but it was pretty much in the same type of condition, right?
Yeah.
Projects,
and
you had the same people there that live there all the time.
Same old.
Hustling on the same block.
Same old bullshit. When I met my lady, I was actually willing to get the hell out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, so you moved out.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, but what age did you move out at?
I moved out to Miami.
But what age though?
Started around 18 and a half.
So you went from 18. You obviously met your wife at that time. You know, she wasn't your wife at that time.
Right.
Back, right? And you guys hit it off from there. You guys obviously fell in love with each other. You feel me? Did she come with a package where, you know, did you have a baby by her? Obviously, aside from us, I'm talking about, like, you know, who's your first child? I know obviously, but if the audience don't know, you don't got to say exactly who, but like, was it yours already, or how did that go?
Yeah, my daughter's my daughter regardless.
Of course.
Yeah, my wife came with she had a daughter.
Right.
She had a daughter. She was 1 year old, and I raised her from 1 year old all the way to she's 28. Yeah.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. So that's my daughter. I mean, I mean, I might have not been the the
biological.
Yeah, father, but
Yeah.
I'm her father. I'm the one that taught her how to eat, taught her how to walk better, and I was there for her from beginning.
Well, I think there's a saying that goes, it's not the man that makes a child, it's a man that raises them. Right?
Correct.
Well, it obviously could be both. You could make the child and raise them, but you know, with your circumstances, it was different. You know, it was you the one who raised them, which makes you just as much as a father as anybody who would be put in that type of situation.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. So at 1 year old, you met her daughter, and it was yours from that day.
Yeah. See, she was mine from there. I took responsibilities the moment my wife moved in with me.
She moved in with you?
Yeah, she moved in with me. With my mom. Apparently my mom, my brothers and them was still there. And you know what I'm saying? Then from there on, she moved in with me, and then we moved on from there.
Yeah. What makes
it's not easy, bro, being a parent. That's all I gotta say. It's not easy for any young person that all he knew was just from hanging out with his friends and, you know, little girlfriends here and there.
Of course, yeah.
To like straight up responsibility right there and then. It's not easy, but was it the right choice? It was definitely my right choice.
Yeah.
I don't know how anybody else will go about it, but it was definitely my right choice.
How much did your life change once you realized that
dramatically
you had to take care and you took responsibility?
Yeah, my life changed dramatically. Like it was a big change. For the better.
Well, let's talk about mindset first. How like tell me like the mindset shift that you had to make when it came to, you know, taking in that type of responsibility.
Being an elder, making sure the household is straight. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that she could depend on you of being the pops. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta have a job, man. You gotta have some type of income. You gotta have two-way communication. Like if you with a girl and she already has a baby and you don't have two-way of being a team, it would never work.
Did you have to hustle at that point in time?
Did I have to hustle? I had to hustle hard.
Some on the street.
Yeah, I could say that.
What do you mean?
I hustled. I definitely hustled.
But you said I could say that. You didn't sound too for sure about that.
Yeah, I don't like to put my business out there like that.
Yeah, well, everyone has a story, right?
Yeah, but yeah.
Embrace it. What's your story?
Well, I came from that background.
Yeah.
I came from that background. I came from, you know, living
poverty.
Like poor to how to do what I had to do to survive.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I hustled.
So you had to hustle. You had to make that money, obviously.
Right.
Your transition to becoming a full-on man, and not only a man but a dad. You know, how would you say that changed you over time? Did you feel like you had to maybe get a little bit tougher skin? Did you always have tougher skin at a point of time? What was it like moving out, man? What was it like moving out and going on to the world that you're uncertain about?
It was scary. It was
scary, right?
It was very, very scary, bro.
What's scary about it?
What's scary is that you're going out to the world by yourself and you got to learn how to live by yourself. Not always depending on your household, bro.
Yeah.
You can't fucking live like that. Like if you go out there scared, it was scary, but if you go out there thinking you ain't gonna make it, you ain't gonna make it. This world's gonna eat you alive, bro. Especially when you got a wife and kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you think is it made for certain people to them be for them to be like a parent very early on, or like to grow up very, very fast? Do you feel like that's the case now? Like, what do you see now when it comes to at least the early, you know, type of parenthood that you see now as opposed to when you were growing up? How do you feel like it's different from this time and your time era when you had to become a dad at a real early age? How do you feel like that changed?
Well,
at least from what you've seen throughout your life so far. It doesn't have to be like speaking in general, because obviously you won't know. You can't speak for everybody.
Right.
So,
what I see is back then you didn't have no choice in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have a choice.
What do you mean?
How can I explain that in a better way? when you have a responsibility, you want to keep trucking for that responsibility. You want to keep doing what you got to do for that responsibility. Yeah. You don't want to end that responsibility in the worst way ever, right?
Right.
So the struggle was real, but being a parent in the early age and trying to teach your kids better than what you came from is even harder. But I was also growing up at the same time being a parent.
So you still trying to?
You know what I'm saying? I was still, yeah, of course. I was still a child when I was raising my first daughter.
Wow.
I was still a child. Still didn't know. All I knew was like going out there and hustle, do dumb shit, and be a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
So yeah, it's not easy, bro. It's not easy. It's not easy at all being a young parent, man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I definitely understand that. So, I can definitely see how it's very different now. You know, when you say that they have a choice, like, what do you exactly mean that they have a choice? Do you mean in what way? Is it like a comfort level? Do you mean that? Is it like a certain privilege that maybe young men or young parents, very, very young parents have now that is different from then? You know, is it maybe like, do they have certain advantages as opposed to when you were growing up at that certain time? Maybe there's certain advantages.
Yeah, they have a okay, so how can I put it? I put it like this. Where I grew up, it was a struggle for real. I grew up poor.
Yeah.
When I was started to even getting my first place, that I moved from New Jersey to Miami, our first place was even like better than, you know what I'm saying, better than where I came from. Right. So off the back, you don't want to lose something that you know, like,
that you worked hard.
Pretty much you worked hard for, right?
Yeah.
Especially if you got your wife and your kid there and yourself, right?
Yeah.
So it's definitely different when you raise your kids nowhere near how you was, you know what I'm saying, raised. So yeah, it's definitely a struggle to try to keep it there, like to keep it to that momentum that your kids don't know what really background you're really from until you speak to them and tell them, yo, I came from here and came from there.
Yeah.
But when that time comes, right? But it's definitely different from my age to your age now.
Yeah.
So y'all come from background of passing school, high school, all that shit. I came from background not passing school. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, like back then they will force your parents, like if you didn't do good, like to actually sign you out of school.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like they forced my mom to sign me out of school. That's how bad I was, right? They pretty much gave like, look, if you don't sign your son out of the school, they didn't just sign me out of the school. They signed me out of the district, period. So they didn't want me in no schools in Hoboken because of how much trouble I was. Now they don't do stuff like that. They don't force your parents to sign you the hell out of school. You got a choice now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't have no choice. I either don't go, or either sign your kid out of school or he go to jail type shit. Like they will put me away. Now you have a choice. So yeah, it's a big difference now compared to where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Or where I came from.
I definitely see that. That's definitely good. So looking back now that you're, you know, that you're at an age now and you have so much experience being not only growing from a young man and going out in the world where there's nothing but uncertainty and fear. It's fear driven because this world is very cruel.
Right.
You or anybody will know that. From all the wisdom and the knowledge that you've been able to obtain throughout the years, if you were to look back at, you know, how you used to act then, you know, what do you think it was that caused that? Would you say that it was your environment that you grew up in? Was it more to it than just the environment? Was it the lack of maybe something certain or something specific that made you, you know, just I don't know, I guess not be such a good like child, you feel me, at that point in time? Like, you know, was it what drove your anger? What made you so
all right? I guess actually being I guess not having a pops there the whole time. I had somebody that was a step pops.
Yeah.
Which he was there for me, but I already been through my bad though.
Right.
Like he came in, yeah, but I was already started with my shit. And all that shit.
So during your times of development in early childhood, you didn't have a father. In early childhood, so at a certain age, yes.
I would say I had a pops, but not really.
Right.
How can I say that? Like, okay, all right. No, I didn't have a pops because at the end of the day, I was always the one being punished or some shit. Like I didn't have no love. Like I was a bad kid, so at the end of the day, I guess nobody didn't show me the love that I was supposed to have.
Yeah. Okay. And you feel like that's part of the reason why, maybe you acted out in certain ways is because you didn't really have.
And the environment.
In the environment, most likely.
In the environment. I mean, if you
it was more like the influence of the other people around you that maybe going through the same thing.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, you come from a house that your mom don't pretty much she don't let you go outside. So when she starts letting you go outside, you meet up with a group of friends and you feel like you got these group of friends. What I mean by that, they dare, they talk shit with you, they know your bad side of you, they don't know the good side of you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They only know who you are outside, right?
Who you want to show. So
yeah.
That's the persona.
So
that's
like they show me the love outside. So going outside and doing the stupid stuff. Back then that's how you get love. You know what I'm saying? You go out there, you punch somebody in the face, you get love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they see you tough and rough, right? It wasn't felonies back then.
You had something to prove, basically.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hustling made you get the girls back then. You know what I'm saying? You had money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not only that, it felt good. I went from wearing my brother's stuff to having my own Timbs.
Yeah.
Having my own stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So you knew what it was like to get stuff on your own.
Right.
Well, you had to.
Yeah.
Because, that wasn't going to slide always.
Nah. I mean, my mom used to try to, like, be like, damn, like, where is he getting all this stuff from? You know what I'm saying?
She used to question on that.
Yeah, because my room was hooked up. Like, you come to my room and I had a whole DJ equipment. I had stuff that people wish they had, like, you know what I'm saying? But, it came from the hustling and all that stuff. Was I proud of that? Yeah, maybe back then.
Yeah. But
to raise kids now,
it's a lot different.
It's a lot different, bro. Like kids now, they get into problems just because they want to get into problems. You got kids out here now these days, they swear they come from a hood background, but they really don't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like,
yeah, it's very common.
Yeah.
It's very common. You see it a lot. You definitely see it a lot with these young adults.
Of course.
Especially young men, man. They create this false persona about them claiming that they come from a certain background because they want a certain type of validation. But really what kind of happens is you only attract that type of crowd. And then, when it comes time to do certain things that the crowd wants you to do, you're not willing to do them because you really don't have the heart for it. Well, that's because you've never really grew up in that time, and nor should you have to want to do that. I think the problem is just trying to embrace. I think people are very scared, and their fear of criticism is what drives them to do things like that.
Right.
Did you have a fear of criticism back in the day? Or would you say in your early childhood, or would you say you were like, kind of motivated to do these type of things because once again that's the environment you were born in?
I feel I don't know how to put it. I don't know how to put it in words.
Maybe like a part of you was like, yeah, I want to be validated because this is the only crowd that's around me right now, and on top of the fact that you.
Oh no, it's the hood. It's the hood. So in the end of the day,
and so that's kind of like what you had around you is what you had to do.
Yeah, in the end of the day, you had to do some stupid shit just for people to look at you different or look at you in a way like, oh, you get respected back then.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You go down there right now in my hood right now, and it's the same shit. Like, it's like it doesn't change. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, hey, it is more power to them, man. You know what I'm saying? I love my hood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But to raise kids over there, I don't want to raise my kids over there. Like, I feel like to raise kids and being a young pops out there, it's hard. It's a struggle.
It is.
It's a struggle, bro. It's a struggle. Nobody can fucking tell me it's easy. It's not easy, like raising kids and all that stuff. It's not easy, bro.
So would you say it's better for, from the things and the lessons in trial and the trials and tribulations that you've been through, would you say it's what would you tell a young father now? You know, what type of advice would you give him?
Have your shit straight.
As in,
if you're gonna raise kids in this world now, especially, it's even worse now. It's not even the way it used to be. Have your shit settled. Have a stable job. Have a stable relationship with your girl or your wife. Stop the bullshit. You know you got a kid, and it's time to grow up.
That's right.
It's no more the bullshit. There's no more with hanging out here, hanging out there. You gotta dedicate that time to raise that kid to be a good kid, man. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't do that and you don't spend time with your kid's gonna have somebody else spend time with them, and it might be the wrong crowd, it might be the wrong person, whatever the case may be, and your kid gonna come out fucked up, and then you're gonna look at yourself like, what I did wrong. You never spend no time with your damn kids.
Yeah.
You still trying to be a young ass man, and trying to prove something to people that really don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? In this world, nobody really gives a fuck about you, man.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? They don't even care you got a wife and kids, man. Be honest with you.
All right. When did you find that out?
When I became a young man. All right. I was out in the street doing my stupid shit. I was a young dumbass. Mm-hmm. That's what you called me back then, right? When I became and I met my wife and I became taking responsibility to a child, mm-hmm. That's when I became a young man and I opened up my eyes. I said, I can't do the shit that I was doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This, and especially a girl, raising your first child, girl.
A girl, yeah.
Come on, man. You know us as men, how we are.
Overprotective.
You know what I'm saying?
Very protective.
And not only that, you know how stupid we are as men, and we go out there and we fuck around with females and do stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to see your daughter out there like that.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's the part that I would say is that's the transformation. You know, when it comes to truly becoming, you know, not only a man, but a father. You know, it's at one point in time in your life, you know, you're the student. You're constantly learning these new things every now and then. You know,
right?
Actually, every time. But then it comes to a point in time where you become the teacher. Teacher, as in you become the father.
Right.
You become the person that has to teach now. You're no longer the student, you know. And even though as a father you're still learning, you're learning things that are different now. You're not learning how to, you know, be a student. You know, how to learn certain things being a young man. Now you got to learn how to teach. You got to learn how to guide not only yourself but your child through this life. You know.
Right.
And I don't understand. I can't even fathom how hard that is. At least not yet, because I'm not a father.
Right.
You know? Now, I know the one thing that a father wants for any of his children, for his children overall, is to have a point. You know, a point being direction in life. You know, I noticed that you said when you were younger, you had DJ equipment inside your.
Yeah, one of my goals was to pursue my music career as a DJ. Mm-hmm.
Now, before you get into that, I want to ask you what drove you to music so much? What about music magnetizes you?
The hood always drove me to music. Everywhere around me was music. I was raised in the 80s. It was music. Music was everything back then. Music brought family together. Music brought friends together. Music brought memories together. You know what I'm saying? I like that. I remember my. I'll give you my top 3 artists right now. Give me 1 second. I remember how my brother my brother brought in a stereo equipment, right? Mm-hmm. For the first time, I saw a record player, and the first thing he had was 33 size record.
Yeah.
And
yeah, you remember that vividly.
Yeah. And we started playing freestyle, and I was in my you know what's crazy? I was in my underwears, and what he started playing freestyle.
I'm visualizing this whole thing right now.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah,
so he starts playing freestyle. It was Crying Over You. I don't know if y'all freestyle. If y'all listen to freestyle, it's Crying Over You. Johnny B. Oh, everybody that he was playing is like it brought memories. It was crazy. So I love music. And then what I didn't know is that my father was a DJ. So every time I used to be in my mom's stomach, he used to play. He was DJing. And so, you know what I'm saying? This is my real father, which I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know him.
Yeah.
Like, you know, me and him just didn't have a good history. I just don't know my pops. And then, you know, he passed away doing, you know, he ended up doing drugs. That's why my mom left him. But that's a long story. That's for another time to come to talk about.
Whenever you're ready about it, of course.
But he was a well-known DJ. Everybody knew him as a DJ. Man. So
it's always been in your blood.
Yeah, it always been in my blood. Music always been in my blood.
Man.
It was crazy.
That's crazy.
But that made me pursue like music. It made me go about getting the DJ equipment and seeing what I'm about. I ended up being one of the best DJs.
On the block.
It went from block to DJing in clubs to DJing in radio stations. You know what I'm saying? And then
now you have your own radio station, man.
Yeah. So it's crazy.
I don't know if you could just take you ever just take a time to look back at it and see how far you came. You know, when it comes to specifically your music career. You feel me? At one point in time, you were listening to radio stations, and now you're able to have your own radio station, man. How do you feel about that?
It's scary. It's scary because everything you achieve, you know, could go down the drain like real fast, so quick. But do I see it going down the drain? No, I see it succeeding, and I keep seeing succeeding.
Yeah.
So
like constantly inclining because you're constantly putting in work into the studio all the time. And mind you, I'm a witness to this, guys. I seen this man. He works day and night. Hours, man. Hours is his escape. You feel me? So I know for a fact he's passionate. He's passionate about it, bro. It means a lot.
Yeah.
My bad, I'm getting emotional.
Nah, it's all good.
You feel me? Like, yeah, it means that, bro. I remember when I was a baby, bro. You was DJing. I remember it was in when we was living in the old apartment complex.
Yeah.
You know, over there near like Chocolate City and stuff. And it wasn't Chocolate City, but
it was Chocolate City.
It was Chocolate City, right?
Yeah,
yeah. It was like right like there. You feel me? And yo, when we was babies, she was always playing that. They call me big. What's that song? What's that song?
The LL Cool J one.
Yeah. What they say? They call me big.
They call me Big Daddy.
Oh, they call me Big Daddy. Yeah. I remember that I was hearing. I was in the air.
Yeah.
I don't know the songs like I don't know the lyric like that, so don't make fun of me.
It's all good.
But I remember that was my favorite song. I used to play it all the time. And then for my sister, it was what. It was like a Rihanna song or like a Beyonce, something like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like. You know, the reason why I mention that is because I grew up listening to music too. As a baby, we used to go to sleep to the music, some loud music. My pa's playing, he's DJing. He didn't like, not that he didn't care the fact that we were sleeping, but we were just so used to it at that point in time, man.
Oh yeah, so no, that's music, in the culture, son. It don't even matter.
It's in the blood, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that's why I'm so passionate about it too, man. I love music. Now I had to ask you, you know, if you were to name your top 3 artists, you know, growing up listening to them, who would it be? And it could be from any genre. It don't got to be just hip hop or R&B.
Growing up, one of them from back in my days was definitely Run DMC.
Run DMC.
Those are my.
Ron or Run DMC. Okay.
Yo, you're gonna be surprised on this one.
What's up?
Another one that I used to listen to a lot was Snoop Dogg.
Oh, okay.
Snoop Dogg,
so you like
rolling
the West
down
Coast.
the street, smoking Indo, sipping on gin and I used to rock that with my radio all the time. People up north used to be like,
"Yo, what you listening to?"
You know, bro. You know, you always playing that West Coast stuff.
Like what's up with you, bro?
No, I like it because they actually, but I actually got more than 3 artists, but I'm gonna give you my top 3. That's 2, and then the other one that I had.
So Run DMC, Snoop Dogg, all right.
And then the other one that I had, I'm gonna be honest with you, is DMX.
Wow.
DMX
is my favorite artist.
And then Nas will come after that shit.
I thought you were gonna say Nas first. I'm not gonna lie.
Nas was out there,
He's a lyrical genius,
I'm gonna be. I'm looking at my childhood right now, right?
Course,
so my childhood was not that. They definitely is.
Yeah.
Now, if I name my main ones,
like
my top fives would definitely be Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, Snoop
It'd
Dogg.
definitely be Nas. It'd definitely be Rom DNC.
Run DMC.
Yeah, Rom DNC. It's gonna be DMX and Biggie.
Biggie is a good one, man.
That's my those are my main my main ones when it comes to like I listen a lot. Now I got other artists that I listen to, bro.
Mobb Deep, guys. I'm sorry.
Like
I thought you were gonna say Mobb Deep.
Mobb Deep. That's
you showed me that. Yo, I remember when I was I was going to summer school. I don't know if I was in 5th grade. No, I think I was in like 7th grade.
Yeah.
Something like that. This is around when we first moved into this house. It was around like 2013. And you showed me this song. It's called Quiet Storm. Mobb
Quiet
Deep.
Storm.
I'm like, what? This hits?
Oh yeah.
As a little kid, I'm like, I'm not understanding it, but all I know is like I like the beat. And then the older I got, I started listening to the words.
Yep.
You feel? I'm like, yo, I may not be able to relate to every like line or every verse that they say, but I relate to like, you know, at least half of it. So when you hear it, you know, it starts to hit you a whole lot more.
Yeah.
And then my mom started showing me DMX. I'm like, yo.
Yep.
Because I know how much DMX meant to her and you. You feel me?
Yeah, because he spoke to the soul.
Wisdom, bro. Conscious.
Yeah,
music.
he spoke real shit.
And then there is this one song by Biggie and Puff Daddy, Victory.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. That was an anthem.
Yep.
That was an anthem,
Yep.
man. Oh my God.
Now the
crazy,
best the two best that I sit there and
That brings
say.
back so back memory, dog.
Look. Yeah, it does bring back memory. Remember those days? Yeah, man. It's all good, man. You get emotional, bro. It's all good, kid.
It's my childhood, bro.
Yeah, for sure, yo.
Music means a lot to me, man.
Yeah,
It does, man. And like, oh man, it means a lot, bro. For real.
Yeah.
It brings back emotions, man. Cause
I
songs
always
like that, man. It's like, yo, it just brings back my childhood, man. It means a lot to me.
Yeah.
It does, bro. For real. Music hits the soul, dog. And not everybody could feel like this.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
nah.
oh man, it means so much. It means so much, man. People know the power in music.
Yeah.
The power in music, man. You know, it may not be my purpose. You feel me? I'm still trying to understand that, and a lot of young men are, man. But if they understand the power in music, bro, get you a long way.
Yeah, it
Don't
does.
just listen to the beat, bro. Listen to the words.
Yeah.
Listen to the words, man.
That shit brings a lot of people together, like I told you.
Sorry
music,
about that.
What? It's all good to get emotional, but music brings a lot of people together, man.
It means a lot.
A lot of people don't understand that, and that's what made me become a
It's
DJ,
sad
man.
too, man, because you got a lot of shallow people that they just not, you know, they don't feel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're not in touch with themselves, and it's all right. It takes time, bro.
Yeah.
All I know is I felt that at an early age. And then, you know, I remember you showed me the gym.
Yeah.
And then I started to connect both, you know, two and two together.
And
music in the gym. I'm like, yeah, this is it.
Yeah. And then I end up not continue on the gym, and then you end up continue on the gym.
It wasn't
you know
meant for you, but it wasn't meant for you. It was meant for me. But you showed me that. You showed me that, bro.
Yeah,
like
man.
I came a long way. I won't be where I'm at if it wasn't for you, man. That's my escape.
Yeah.
You know, music is yours, but mine is music and the gym. You know, I needed it, man, but that's what a father does.
Yeah.
You feel me? He doesn't know either. You didn't know either. You were just doing what you weren't showed.
Right.
Like
right.
imagine like not being raised by a father, just for you to become a father.
Yeah. I was there. I was there.
Raise beautiful children, bro, like myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, you know, that's an accomplishment for real.
Exactly.
Because not a lot of fathers can say that they could do that. A lot of fathers are absent now.
So let me ask you. So let me ask you a question then. Since you know you was asking me questions about you know what I'm saying, how does it feel to you know? So what you think? How you think I done as a father, and still doing as a father, raised y'all? How do y'all think that, like, you know, from coming from my background, which you already know, and a lot of people know me out there, coming from my background, raising my kids, how you think I done and still doing right now?
I think you did more than amazing. And I think as a father, if you was going through anything, you know, within yourself personally, then you never let that, you know, become your downfall.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's right there, like, you know, I believe every young man needs a hero.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's what's
you
up.
know, like people go through personal battles within.
Yeah.
And where a lot of fathers will fail is where you have prevailed at. Is where you were willing to step up and sacrifice. And like you took beatings, man. You know, you beat yourself up at one point in time, man.
Oh yeah,
but
I did.
You rose up from the grave. You rose up from the grave, and I seen it all.
Yeah.
I seen it all. So as a father, you did more than great, and I'm very grateful. And you raised very beautiful kids.
Yeah, for sure.
And kids that may not know exactly what they want right now, but we'll find a way.
Yeah,
you
for sure,
me?
For sure.
And you've been there every step of the way, man. I'm forever grateful, forever grateful, man. You feel me? Forever grateful. So I think you did amazing as a father, and you still do to this day.
That's what's up.
You came a long way, man. You came a long way, man. Cause you know, at one point in time, I don't mean to bring your
go ahead. You good? You good? I don't have my business no more, bro.
This man, as in my father right here, he used to get strapped. You know, like in a mental like institution, bro. You know, he was never understood. You had to grow up fast, bro. You was never understood, man. You was just lost. And for you to like, you know, accomplish what you accomplished now means a lot. Yeah. And like, don't ever think for a second that we don't see that, you know. And I know there was a point in time in your life where you feel like, you know, you just like, yo, like, why am I doing this? You feel me? Like, you know, there's probably times where you doubt it. You doubted yourself as a father, man. And, you know, sure. I won't ever know what it feels like until I get to that point, man. But it always tells me, man, yo, heck, you won't ever know what this feels like until you're a father. You know,
for sure.
And I know one day that's gonna hit me.
Yep.
I know one day it's gonna hit me, man.
For sure.
You know, I'm always listening. Even when you feel like I'm not, I'm always listening, man. I see everything, bro. So, yeah, man, I think you came a long way.
Yeah,
came a long way, man. Like, you have history. You have a lot of history from where you came from how you was raised. Man, you accomplished a lot.
For sure.
I think more than you can even see. Probably.
I definitely. You know what I mean? definitely gonna sit there and I'm gonna sit there and say that I did. I accomplished a lot. I accomplished a lot, and I'm continue to still accomplish.
That's right.
And I'm gonna continue to be a good father to all my kids.
Thanks,
and show them that it's possible.
It's
you know what I'm saying?
Like you accomplish this, man.
Yeah, because you know a lot of people, what they don't know, I was also suffering from alcohol addiction.
That's right.
And
that's right, bro.
And so you asked me, like, you know, struggling from a little kid to, you know what I'm saying, becoming an elder.
Yeah.
I became an elder fast. You know what I'm saying?
Very, very fast.
And I almost fell very fast. And I never. How can I explain it? Like, I never had my kids look at me as a doubt. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Even with my alcohol addiction, you know what I'm saying? I always made sure I was pops. I always made sure they got to I did everything I possibly can. Yeah. But now I'm clean. And why I'm clean? I'm clean here because of y'all. Because y'all if it wasn't for y'all, my family, I would have never probably been clean, man. I've still been out there acting a damn fool, drinking my Hennessy. You know what I'm saying?
What is it called, that story in the Bible? Save your father from the belly of the whale.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know if you ever watched this Pinocchio story. You've heard of Pinocchio, right?
Yeah.
The one with Jiminy Cricket and stuff like that.
Yeah.
His father made him as a puppet. You know what I'm saying? Because he lost his son, his real son. And, you know, the father came an alcoholic in the movie.
Yeah.
He lost himself to the point where he literally ended up in the belly of a whale. And it took his son to bring him out.
Yeah.
You know, and that could be, you don't got to just be your son, it could be your children. Mm-hmm. Save your father from the belly of the whale. Your children play a very, very important role in your life. That's why the worst thing you can ever do is neglect your children. It's okay to fall. It's okay to fall, but neglecting them is different.
For sure.
And that you never did. Never neglected us. You was always there. You was always present. Took us to school, took us back, cleaned the house, took care of everything, man. Everything, man. You was riding a scooter at one point in time. Remember that?
Yeah, man. I was
shopping on a scooter, guy.
I was
swear to God, bro.
Yo, like but not even on a regular scooter, nigga. Like that shit was like one of those
roll it, right, with your foot.
Yeah, like it was it had the motor on the shit with a little chair, but it was one of those back in the days with the wood floor.
Tell them about the struggle, brother. You said like grocery bags on the scooter. I used to make sure we eat, dog.
Yeah, that shit crazy. Just to make sure we eat. You just brought that memory back.
I told you, bro. I listen.
Yeah, man.
I might. It might not seem like it, man, but I'm always listening, bro.
Yeah, man. I always made it to a point, man, that I got groceries to the house, man, and it didn't matter how it take, man. A bike, scooter, doesn't matter. This at a point I didn't have a car.
You suffer in the storm,
you know what I'm saying? I didn't have no car and shit like that.
You know, like I said, at times where you could have easily given up on us.
Yeah.
You rose to the occasion every time, and that's what a father's supposed to do.
For sure,
you know what I'm saying?
Kid.
But yeah, that's like I said. As much as a father plays a very important role in a child's life, when they're turning into a young adult, is much as important when the child's able to be present for their parent too. Yeah, because their parents need their child just as much as the child needs their parent. We both play an important role, man.
Yeah.
That parent needs to, sometimes they got to get reminded of what's their why. What's their reason for living?
Yeah.
Why should I keep trying? And some, especially now in this new time, it's hard for parents to see that, man. They lost hope.
Yeah.
And it hurts because I might not know what it feels like right now. But that don't mean I don't hurt for other people. Look, man, I was raised to, bro. I was made to feel, dog. I'm always in touch with myself, and as much as it feels like a burden, I can feel. You feel me? I'm not numb to the fact that, things happen in life. You feel me? I'm very woke when it comes to that. My understanding is very different. Compared to a lot of other people, but then again, this is not really a comparison. You feel me? But that's just kind of the truth of it. I was always good. I was always good, man. The fact that you've been through your addiction and stuff like that, man. It's like, and you rose to the occasion. That shows me that yes, it is accomplishable. That yes, there will be a time when you're a father and you will fall.
Yeah.
But when you fall, who are you then?
Right.
Right. When it comes at your darkest point, who are you then?
Yeah.
What are you willing to do? Slay the dragon before it comes to your village. Slay the dragon. A father's role in life is to show his son, specifically his son, that there's no need to fear. That there's value in suffering.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And this is something that I don't just know by hearing it. Got to go through it.
Yep.
That's the role of a father. Is right. Live and understand from my mistakes. But do understand that you will make mistakes. But you got to be a man.
For sure.
Life is going to hit you, bro.
Yeah,
life is not easy, though.
Life is not.
And that's what a man is. And that's what it takes for a man to raise a young man. His son. The father and his son. That's the difference. That's what a father does. And that's what a son got to be willing to do. You got to get out there and spread your wings. And if you don't, then that's on you. Because nobody's going to help you and nobody's going to save you. Yes, I can help you. I can pick you up. But I will not be your stepping stool forever.
Yep.
You could guide the horse to the river, but you can't force it to drink it.
That's right.
And that's the reality of it, man.
Yeah. For all y'all young folks that's becoming male, female, doesn't matter. You becoming young parents, man.
Yeah.
You got to teach your kids better, man. You can't sit there and think that your mom is gonna do everything for you, man, or parent, or that's not parenting, man. You got to take care. You got to take care of the whole hardness and you got to do everything, man. You got to do everything for your kid and teach them better, man. Don't sit there and feel, Don't let the streets eat them, man.
Yeah.
Because, it's definitely possible the streets eating them, man.
And I'm gonna tell you this. For the modern Western male, young man, we do grow up in privileged times. That's the truth.
Yeah.
Maybe not for all. So I can't speak for all, but I can speak from my circumstance. Yeah. I grew up in times where it's a little bit easy now. You can be a little bit comfortable. Do not let that comfort kill you. Don't get too comfortable to a point where it kills you. You got to find that balance. Don't destroy yourself either. Don't think that you mean nothing. Don't criticize yourself. Don't talk to yourself in a way where it's like you're having this eternal conflict with yourself because you grew up in privileged times, but use that as a stepping stool. But don't let it destroy you.
Yeah.
God, the devil can't touch what God made for you.
Nope.
But what the devil can do is leave a bad taste in your mouth for what God has in plan for you. Don't be fooled. You're going to hit those crossroads. Don't be fooled.
You ain't lying about that.
Look,
I'm
not saying, it's okay to be comfortable. What I'm saying is, if you live in certain circumstances, take advantage of that. And from that's what you build your foundation on, because that's what they did for you. They built their foundation so you could be here. So you won't ever have to worry about what it was like to suffer in those times. So don't purposely put yourself in times like that. That's what a lot of young men do now.
Yeah.
They lose themselves, and then they literally, instead of breaking the generational curse, they relive it when they don't have to.
That's right.
You never grew up in times like that.
Yep.
You don't have to do that. You could use that as a stepping stool and build something out of it. And then you thank them. You thank them every day of your life. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Pops. Obviously, if they're in your life and they were able to achieve something where you could build your foundation on, thank them every day.
Yeah.
Because you never know when you're going to lose them, bro. And you never want to live with that regret. Thank them every day, man, because they did this not only for them, but for you. That's the sacrifice.
Yep.
They suffered so you won't ever have to suffer. You should be grateful for that. Don't hate it.
Yep.
And
you got a lot of people, they ain't grateful for what they have, man.
I wasn't grateful for it at one point in time, but that's because I was lost. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know who I wanted to be. I didn't know what direction to point towards too.
Yeah.
And I'm still having trouble with that, but I'll get better. I have the guidance of my family.
That's right.
And I'm forever grateful for that. And it's okay. It doesn't make you look like a weak man.
No.
Unless you allow it to. Don't become weak because of the level of comfort you're in. But like I said, build a foundation on it and be better. Be better than what your parents were. Be better not only for you, but for them. And show them you can do it. Because that's what any child truly wants. If they have both their parents that's present in their life, is they want to prove to their parents that they could do it, that they can spread their wings. There's going to be times where they will fall, But that doesn't mean that you failed. That doesn't mean that that's the end-all, be-all. Only you could choose to see it like that. Rise to the occasion every time and show them that you got this.
Yep.
Because there's going to be a point in time you're a father, you're a mother. And now it's your time to teach. It's your time to guide. Now, not that your life no longer matters to you, but now it's it's not only about yourself now. Now it's about that. It's about that child and how you're gonna raise them and what they're gonna grow up to be. And I think that's really important when it comes to social institutions too.
Yep, that's very important. Very important.
Bring them to school, man. But have a balance too.
Yeah.
It's all right to bring them to social institutions. You never want to isolate your kid.
And always speak to them about the truth, man. Don't
always
lie. Don't man, a lot of these parents,
but never
man,
force them. Don't force them either.
Don't lie to them. Tell them straight up the truth, bro.
Don't do that, because if you protect their feelings, then that's what they're gonna think that life is gonna do to them.
Yep.
No. There's a level of conformity. You know what that is, right? Following the rules, obeying laws. It's okay to obey laws, but do know this. Conformity is good, but too much conformity is it's bad. It'll destroy you. You gotta have a balance. You gotta learn when to follow rules and when not to follow rules. It's all about the intention behind it. You guys learn that eventually in life, that there's morals.
Yep.
You feel me? Your moral, your spirit will call for you. You gotta listen to that, bro. You gotta be cautious when it comes to that stuff. And that's the power in music too. It's driven, man. Listen to the words. Don't just listen to the beat.
Yeah.
The
words, everything.
Because music means a lot to me and you.
Yeah.
You feel me?
That's pretty much you meeting Pops, man. The
right.
music, man. Like you feel Pops through music too, man. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. Especially when it comes to oldies like that.
Yeah, man. Like,
it's nothing like the 90s, guys. I'm gonna say right now, that's a golden era.
Yes, it is.
That's a golden era.
Yes, it is.
That's when they made conscious music back in the day. And not that they don't make it now, but like I was telling you in the car, like it's not, it's just not so common no more.
Yep.
You feel me? So, just that's it means a lot, man. Use it as power, not power, but like in a certain like facet. You feel me? But the father and the son, that's a powerful thing to understand.
For sure.
You gotta understand the concept when it comes to that, guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure, kid. You want to take it
thank you for all the vets that served our country. Obviously, I'm a veteran, so I appreciate you guys. And in a way where it's like my love for you guys is I'm forever grateful for you guys too, man. Thank you for all the vets that serve our country. Once again, happy Memorial Day, and obviously, rest in peace for all the veterans who did lose their life, in wartime. There's gonna be things that people don't understand, and that things, that a lot of veterans go through that not a lot of people understand, man. So just know that you will never be forgotten. You feel me? And we thank you to all the families out there that had their young men and young women go out there and serve for our country, man. We're forever grateful, man. You guys show love. Sure. Entertainment Media. Also tune into the Radio, guys. The radio station is popping right now. We're playing all types of genres, hip hop, R&B, reggae, reggaeton, whatever you name it. Tune in. All right, show love.
Yeah, for sure. You already know. Yeah. I'm out of here, kid. I'm out of here for real.